Microclimates. Fertile land. 150 years cultivating the best coffee. Cosmopolitan city. Cultural wealth. Traditions. Human warmth. Ancestral legacy.
Nuestro café es tu café.
Coffee is Guatemala's international calling card. It's a way of life for many Guatemalans and one of the most important sources of social, economic, and environmental support for Guatemala. Fedecocagua was created in 1969, responding to small producers' needs to organize through cooperatives in order to plant, cultivate, process, and market their coffee directly without intermediaries. Today, Fedecocagua is a private organization of coffee producers who are organized into cooperatives and have their own export license. In terms of economic and social development, the cooperatives in Fedecocagua give direct employment opportunities to thousands of Guatemalan families in both rural and urban areas.
El apoyo que nos brinda Fedecocagua es para que los pequeños productores se levanten y que produzcan café de calidad para así poder exportar este café de esta cooperativa al exterior. Gracias a Fedecocagua que nos ha asesorado y con eso hemos tecnificado nuestro cultivo y hoy en día estamos en proceso de café certificado para exportar a Fedecocagua y Fedecocagua al exterior.
At the beginning, many organizations trusted Fedecocagua and its project, such as Action 365 from Germany. This was the original fair trade or alternative market, which today has been transformed into another certification scheme through Flow Cert to guarantee products under Flow Fair Trade. Fedecocagua will never forget its first export into this market in 1973 with coffee from cooperatives that continue to be part of the Fedecocagua family. This experience and recognition is what motivated coffee buyers to ask producers to enter into certification schemes. This community has the same kind of artisanal wet processing plant as the majority of the small cooperatives. When adults are harvesting, children can study in order to break cycles of the past. A few years ago, the cooperative members from La Bendición started cultivating organic coffee and making its own fertilizer through the natural decomposition of coffee fruit remains and chemical-free compost. Although the practice of organic agriculture traditionally brings a lower yield, it is of the highest quality. Unfortunately, this isn't always reflected in its price. This cooperative represents the Mayan culture. In the Cuchimatanes mountain range, the best coffees in Huehuetenango are cultivated, representing another outstanding Guatemalan coffee.
Fedecocagua apoya con el Departamento de Asistencia Técnica, apoya en temas de capacitación a todos los asociados, básicamente en 4 temas, como lo es manejo de sombra, manejo de tejido productivo, control de malezas, control de plagas y enfermedades y fertilización. Capacita a los socios para velar por el medio ambiente, es decir, conservando las fuentes de agua, no derramando las aguas mieles a las fuentes de agua porque contaminan los ríos. Es así como Fedecocagua se proyecta a los asociados.
Every associate brings coffee from their parcel of land to the local cooperative. Some is mature coffee to be processed, and others dry pergamino, or green coffee beans. The local cooperative hands over the coffee from its own warehouse to the Fedecocagua shippers.
Bueno, primero, después de que se descarga el camión, se echa la báscula, se le saca una muestra a todo el café y después esa muestra la pasamos aquí a la tría para verificar el grado de humedad que trae el café, granos manchados, granos quebrados, granos húmedos y cafés con malos olores. De 10 a 12 grados es lo normal, si está de 12 para arriba está húmedo, si está de 10 para abajo está pasado de seco el café.
In other cases, the coffee is stored in regional warehouses. Transportation and security services are provided by Fedecocagua until it arrives to the central processing plant, where it is stored, classified, and processed for exportation. In 1975 in Los Sauces and Palinascuitla, construction of a cooperative school, wet processing plant, warehouses, and machinery to process dry green coffee began. Since 1988, thanks to the Konrad Adenauer Foundation of Germany, more machinery has been acquired for the export coffee production line. Thanks to an award it received for fair trade sales, construction of the last expansion phase of the warehouses began in addition to the second specialty coffee production line on January 28, 2008. While it once had a value of 5 cents, today this award is quoted at 10 cents of a dollar per pound, which has enabled small producers to place their product amongst the best of quality, traceability, and competitiveness standards.
Yo a las mujeres que trabajan con el café les digo que sigan trabajando, ya que anteriormente había la famosa violencia patrimonial. Sin embargo, hoy ya no existe esa violencia. Las mujeres se han involucrado, que hay mujeres que están asociadas también en la organización, que manejan su propia parcela y tienen su propia producción. Y esa producción viene aquí a la cooperativa.
The Quality Control Lab, or cupping laboratory, has been professionally constructed under standards of the world's best laboratories. A strict quality control exists from the time the green coffee enters to export samples, respecting the private process and technique of every client.